Hey guys, in this video I wanted to go over my champion Earthshatter character that now uses Facebreaker instead of an axe. Just kind of go over the whole setup and the idea here. So just kind of run through everything. So we're using Facebreaker. This really only works on a champion because of this node, the Master of Metal, 6 to 12 added fizz per impel on the enemy. And then we want more flat fizz where we can get it. And honestly, surprisingly, you probably do more damage than like a 700 DPS axe or something like that, even if you have 0 flat fizz on your gear. But you know, getting more flat fizz is obviously ideal. Steel rings, if you can get them, flat fizz, like this ring doesn't have any flat fizz. Then flat fizz on the amulet, and you can buff these with the orange catalyst, I believe, forget what they're called, if you want more juice. So you don't need enfeeble on hit or whatever, and plus it doesn't really matter, just like any Facebreaker, the best ones you can get. There's vulnerability, corruption you can get as well, which is really good. But just kind of go over the gear. Don't worry about this wand, it doesn't do anything. It's just to level gems if I want to, and not pick up a weapon into that slot. So the wand actually does nothing. So helmet, as you can see, I got Fortify effect. Enchant doesn't really matter, but it's sort of useful. But Fortify effect, we're a champion with perma Fortify, so getting more Fortify effect is always really strong, as it affects all damage other than damage over time. Basically hits. So Fortify effect only works on intervals of 5, so 21, 22, 23, 24% don't actually do anything. So it's either 20% or 25% to reduce damage by 1%. So make sure, you know, I would divine this, but I'm in solo self-found, so I don't want to be kind of cautious with my currency, but just keep that in mind. Intervals of 5. Flat fizz, whatever, amulet. Anointed crystal skin, which is just for the 1 max res, and that's specifically because I'm using this shield Sappho's frame. Otherwise I might anoint like tenacity or something, takes a golden oil. I think this one takes a silver oil. And then I have the 1 max res from Soul of Steel, and then this shield Sappho's frame gives plus 4 max res, so we end up with 81 max res and then 82 fire, which is, you know, the more max res you get, the better it is per point. Like I said, the flat fizz, but somehow I only have Elrion craft for lower mana cost by 1, rank 1. If I had higher, I could probably, well, I could run another aura and pretty much reserve all my mana. My Earthshatter would cost like 1 or 2 mana, which is fine. So that extra aura would probably be Dread Banner, and it'd save me points on the tree, but I don't have that right now, so that's something I could get later. Although links are tight, I don't know what I'd swap out. It might actually be like increased duration or something, which honestly I don't really need. Or probably endurance charge on melee stun here, I don't need that. Just a little smoother for mapping. Fortify effect while focus, so this key here is focus. It does whatever bonuses to focus you have, so in this case 120% increased effect to Fortify. So whenever I hit that button, basically I take no damage for, I think it's, is it 5 seconds, 4 seconds? 4 seconds. Like a Shaper Slam, Uber Elder Slam or something like that, or Cirrus Die Beams, you hit that button, you won't take any damage, that's how it works. 120 Fortify effect is an absurd amount. What else? The Facebreaker. Yeah. And then, oh, for links, we can't use close combat because we're not using an axe, so we're using damage on full life. But this only works with Soul Tether, because this always makes us leech as long as we've hit something in the past 5 seconds. But, so we got damage on full life. If we didn't have Soul Tether and we were playing Facebreaker setup, it might be like Ruthless, Fortify, Gems, something that doesn't fit in too well. Probably Ruthless, to be honest, but damage on full life is significantly stronger than your alternatives that you have here. So boots, it's just like whatever. Maybe prefer Shaper boots, and you could get ailment immune with really good gear, which, you know, being immune to shock, ignite, and freeze and chill is extremely good, but I don't have that luxury on this character. Flasks or whatever, I mean, just your standard like ailment removing stuff, and then Lion's Roar if you can get it. We are unarmed attacks are really slow, especially with Earthshatter. As you can see, my punches are pretty slow, and this is with, I took the attack speed routing on the tree instead of the damage, raw damage, and then got some attack speed on jewels, so you want to try and make that up. That's pretty much about it. Glancing Blows with Sapphiles just for the little bit of extra spell block mitigation. You could get this cluster here. It really helps with the spell block. I think it's like 16% or something like that with Glancing Blows. But I don't need the resist, and I don't make use out of the attack block. Maybe if you're using a different shield like Conqueror's Influence, you can get like Life on Block or All Res and stuff like that from like Shaper shields or Hunter Influence. And then there's Warlords for the Life on Block and stuff like that, right? Something like that. Yeah, Sapphile's really good shield, really strong if you can get it early. Else your alternatives are like, you know, potentially Awakeners or shield for double influence and stuff like that, or just a Warlord shield or something like that. You can make use of those. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to run through the character real quick. So cool, that's it. I'll leave like pop and stuff below if you guys want to look at it. Thanks for watching. That's this video. Everlasting Growly boy.
I can't do this just yet.
Everlasting Growly, everlasting boar, everlasting Growly, everlasting boar, everlasting Growly, everlasting boar, everlasting Growly, everlasting boar, everlasting.
The bug? Looks like a bugged one.
Everlasting Growly,
Some Growly boars are everlasting. How many dot gems am I gonna get? Jesus. I have like every single awakened damage over time gem.